So what are the three big changes?
Look,
I'm staying with three here. Right?
I would say change number one is the country, the most, use whatever word you want to, most important country, but certainly quantitatively, qualitatively, the most influential country, the United States. When a country like the United States changes so profoundly, I think there's no part of the world which is not going to feel its impact, and no domain or dimension which is going to be impervious to that change. So I think the change in America is a very, very fundamental change. You may like it, you may not, that's a different matter. But we have to recognize that change has happened. The second change, to my mind, is a much more gradual one, which is the relative weight of countries. If you look at the world like a shareholding, the distribution of shares has changed, over time. So if you were to draw up a practical list of, which are the 20 most important countries 80 years ago after the Second World War, 60 years, 20 years after that, 20 more years after that, I think you can see actually that change happening every 2 decades, 3 decades. 2 decades, definitely you will see some ups and downs. That's more of a trend. And, there's China, there's India, there are others. Relatively speaking, the influence of the Western world has been balanced off by many others. So in that sense, we have today the makings of a multipolar world, or a much more diverse and balanced world. And to me, the third change is that there is actually a very intense backlash to globalization. Not the reality of supply chains which are transnational, but globalization as an ideological conviction and agenda, where you can have private, it's like if there can be private equity in ideology,